Good guys, about ready to join us
Good
now. Here on the
segue.
phone with us, Coach Conrad Hamilton from the Desert Mountain Wolves. Coach Hamilton, how are you, sir?
Good morning, Coach. Ah, there he is, Coach Hamilton. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you this morning?
I'm
Good.
doing good, Coach.
Yeah.
Congratulations on the win.
Yeah, thank you. It was, we were going in facing the number 5 ranked team in 5A. Those guys were a good bunch watching on film. They flew after the ball, blitzed the quarterback a lot. I think they were leading the state, probably coming in, averaging about 6 sacks a game. So, we knew we had our work cut out for us. But our kids played hard last night. They played good. Senior night, unfortunately, we had a young man's father who passed away a little bit earlier that evening prior to the game on Thursday night. Our kids just kind of rallied, so they played with a lot of emotion, and that's, one of the reasons why we played some of our best ball.
Well, let's talk about your kids, Coach, because, last night, as we were saying, we pare down the list of nominees for the player of the game, and then we leave it to the fans to vote. And at one point, we had 8 to 10 guys on that list, and some of those guys, your quarterback, Aiden Cerullo, threw for 2 touchdowns, ran for a couple. Obviously, the last night's MVP, Jack Schreiber, the receiver. A couple of guys we hadn't really called much this season, in that first game against Goldwater. We didn't, and guys that stood out last night, number 14, defensive back Owen Barbizan. What an effort. He was blanketing receivers all night.
Yeah, he did a good job of taking care of the pass and the pass defense when his guy was targeted. We got to get him to get off blocks in the perimeter a little bit, play the bubble screen, and trigger a little bit faster on some of those things. But yeah, he did a great job. I thought last night, if I was voting, hands down or whatever, it would have been Aiden Cerullo. The guy threw for 300 yards, I think. I think he threw 3 incompletions. My offensive staff just sent over the stats. He was 16 of 19, 302. He had 3 touchdowns, actually. He's just been doing a really good job for us in our RPO game, and we wanted to make sure that we protected and got the ball out quick for him last night because we knew those guys are pretty aggressive on defense, and they've done a great job over at Cactus Shuttle defensively this year. So we're just proud of our offensive line. I mean, those guys have been kind of really the unsung heroes this year. They're a physical group, big group. They really, reworked themselves. They committed themselves to the weight room. They gained a bunch of weight over the COVID, times, and really worked hard. Hired a new, coach from my chaparral days, assistant head coach is our line coach, and he's really worked magic with those guys. So we're just proud of where we're at now.
Speaking of which, Coach, your running back, Zach Kilberg, there were times during drives that he put the team on his shoulders and got the team moved down the field. I mean, so a shout out to Zach as well.
Yeah, he just, Jack, of course, for us, Zach is only he's an underclassman. He's a junior. He starts both ways. He doesn't really come off the field unless you need to give him a breather, on offense from time to time. But last night, for us, he caught the ball well. I think he had all-purpose yards total. I think he probably had around 120 total yards last night, 60 and 60. I think he caught like 4 passes for a little bit over 60 yards. And he ran the ball 12 times. I think I'm looking at the stats right now for about 60 yards as well. So just a good young player, smart, knows what's going on all the time. Pass pro, passing game, running game, can play multiple positions on defense. And so, in high school, it's great to get those guys that are talented, but, most of our players are going to be those he's just a smart kid. I can play him anywhere. And that's why we're able to be successful when we have smart kids like that.
Coach Conrad Hamilton of the Desert Mountain Wolves, thank you for joining us again this morning. Congratulations again on the win. And you guys are poised to really do some damage in the 5A playoffs. Ranked number 5 right now. You're going to have to go up against some pretty tough competition, though. Desert Edge, Sal Point, Sunrise Mountain, and you're right in there with the mix as well against Sunny Slope and Saguaro. So congratulations again, Coach. Thanks for joining us, and we wish you nothing but continued success.
No, I appreciate that. We have a big test next week before. I don't even know if we're in the playoffs yet. Everybody keeps tweeting that out. But, before when we play South Point next week at home, hopefully we'll get some guys healthy for that.
Coach, that's a guaranteed win. You guys will win. Hey, anytime we've broadcast your games, you guys have won. We're like the little lucky charm.
Maybe you guys are the lucky charm for us. Hopefully we'll keep that going. But we can't wait to face a elite opponent like that and see, how much we've actually grown, So we're looking forward to it. Hey, have a good weekend, guys.
You
You too, Coach. Thank you so much. That'll be a good litmus test for them next week, Vince, against the South Point Catholic Lancers. That's going to be a heck of a game.